Today's story is about a stubborn student who falls in love with his class teacher. At first, the teacher does not take him seriously because he is much younger than her, but as time passes, the situation changes, and the teacher also gradually falls in love with the student. Then, both of them together do such things that we will see in today's whole story. The story begins with a school teacher named Laila, who got divorced a few months ago. Because of this, she started feeling very disturbed. To move on, she leaves her hometown and moves to a new city, where she gets a job as an English teacher in a school. The school principal introduces her to her new colleague, Shannon, who is a senior to Laila. On the other hand, we see a boy named Jason, whose parents change his school because of his poor grades. Jason is a very intelligent and calm boy who comes from a middle-class family. He lives with his parents, an elder brother, and a younger sister, but there was a lot of trouble in his family. Jason's elder brother, Michael, was serving a 20-year sentence for selling drugs in school. Jason himself was also quietly walking on the same path, but his purpose was different. He wanted to educate his sister in a good school because his own education was being funded by the church, which he did not like at all. The next day, Laila has her first class in school. She notices Jason entering the class last, but she does not pay much attention to him. After the class is over, another teacher named Andrew comes to her class. He introduces himself to Laila, and she smiles and tells him her name. Outside the school, Jason and his old friends are joking about the new teacher. That night, Laila misses her mother and younger brother, so she calls them and talks to them. Meanwhile, when Jason returns home late at night, his mother scolds him and tells him to stay away from his old friends. She warns him not to go down the wrong path like Michael did. Jason gets irritated and says, "Mom, they are just my friends. I am not going to become like Michael." The next day, after class, Jason goes to Laila and asks for help in writing a personal essay. Laila asks him what the topic is. Jason hesitates and says it is a personal essay. Laila tells him, "You can share the topic with me without hesitation. I won't tell anyone." But Jason refuses to tell her the topic and starts leaving. The next day, while checking her students' profiles, Laila finds out that Jason is a new student at the school. Later, she asks all the students to recite the poetry they have written in class. When Jason's turn comes, he slowly stands up and starts reading his poetry. His poetry has deep meanings, in which he expresses how bad times make a person stronger. And no matter how good or bad you become, people will judge you the way they need to. Laila likes his poetry so much that she gets lost in it for a while. After the class, she tells Jason, "Your poetry was the best in the class. I really liked it," and explains to him that one should never ignore their emotions, because that is what makes us truly human. She then asks him why he changed schools so suddenly. Jason replies that he did so on the advice of his mom and dad. There was no special expression in his voice, but a lot was hidden in his eyes. In the next scene, when Laila reaches home, she sees that her ex-husband has sent signed divorce papers. The next day at school, Andrew invites Laila to relax at a pub. Laila says that she will definitely go. After class, Laila asks Jason, "What happened to your essay?" He says, "I have written it." Laila tells him, "If you have any problem, then tell me. I like to understand my students and help them." Jason also feels comfortable with these words, and they talk a lot. In the evening, Andrew and Laila are drinking and talking about each other in the pub. As soon as the music starts, both of them go to the dance floor and start dancing. Jason is also there, and he feels very happy seeing Laila smile and dance because this was the first time he had seen her laugh so openly. After this, when Laila starts going home, Andrew thinks that maybe Laila will kiss him because he had started liking her. But Laila just gives him a polite goodbye and leaves. The next day at school, during class, Layla's eyes keep going toward Jason's empty seat again and again. Jason is not present, and for some unknown reason, Laila starts missing him. After the class is over, Jason finally comes back. Laila tells him, "If you keep missing classes like this, I will not help you by giving my extra time." Jason holds her hand and says, "Sorry, I will not do this again." Now, in the night scene, Laila is talking to her mom on a call. Suddenly there is a knock on the door. She is surprised when she opens it because Jason is standing there with injury marks on his face. She asks, "Your nose is bleeding. How did all this happen?" Jason says, "There was just a small fight, and I couldn't go home in this condition." After cleaning the blood, Laila asks him again, "Why did the fight happen?" Jason tells her that he had a small fight with his old friends and nothing else. Laila says, "How will you reach home in this condition?" "I will drop you home." Jason agrees. On the way, Laila asks him about his family, but Jason does not talk much about it. Then, it starts raining. Jason says, "The rain looks so beautiful. Let's go out." Laila refuses at first, but when Jason insists, she agrees. Then she also gets out of the car and starts getting wet in the rain. Then they see that the whole city looks very beautiful in the rain. Jason tells her, "I saw you dancing in the pub. Will you teach me to dance like that too?" Saying this, he slowly comes closer to Laila and starts touching her. But Laila controls herself, moves back a little and says, "We should leave now." After this, before dropping him home, Laila explains, "There is only a teacher-student relationship between us. We should not go beyond this." Jason listens to her, but leaves without saying anything. The next day at home, Jason's mom looks at his file and notices that his grades have improved. She happily asks Jason about this. Jason says, "My new teacher is helping me with my studies, and she is very good." Hearing this, she becomes very happy. She says, "I will meet her at next week's parents' meeting and thank her." Now in the evening, Laila and Andrew are drinking at the pub, and Jason is also sitting in the corner, even though Laila had forbidden him from coming there. Andrew starts asking very personal questions about Laila, which makes her a little upset. She leaves on the pretext of going to the washroom. Seeing this, Jason follows her. As soon as Laila comes out of the washroom, Jason suddenly starts kissing her. Laila is unable to stop herself at first, but then she suddenly pushes Jason away. Without saying anything, she goes back to Andrew and makes an excuse. "Mom called. She is not well, so I have to go." As soon as she leaves, Shannon comes to Andrew. Jason passes by them and follows Laila. Shannon says to Andrew, "Did you notice that Jason is getting too close to Laila?" Andrew is a bit surprised to hear this because he wanted to build a friendship with Laila. After reaching home, Laila is still thinking about Jason. Then, Jason suddenly comes and knocks on the door. Laila says, "This is not the right time. You should go home." Jason says, "I just want to talk." After this, Jason starts getting more and more fearless. Laila controls herself and says, "Nothing like this can happen between us because you are my student and I am your teacher, so you should leave now." Jason does not listen to her and starts kissing her. Laila tries a lot to stop him, but Jason was not going to stop. He says, "I know you have started loving me, but you are deliberately lying to yourself." Then Jason slowly gets closer and starts kissing her again. This time, Laila also starts losing control over herself. Jason takes her inside. Laila tries to stop him again, but Jason crosses all limits this time, and both of them become completely out of control. The next morning, Laila makes Jason promise that whatever happened should remain a secret and that it should not happen again. Hearing this, Jason starts laughing and says, "Okay, I won't tell anyone, but you also know that this will definitely happen again between us." Layla's expressions clearly show that Jason is right. Then, at school, Shannon tells Laila, "After you left, Andrew and I had a lot of fun at the pub." Laila replies with a light smile, but the thoughts of last night were still roaming in her mind. Meanwhile, Jason was busy with something else. He borrows money from his drug supplier, and while leaving, the dealer tells him, "Come and meet me next week. There's a business opportunity for you." At the same school, Andrew meets Laila and asks about her mother's health. Laila was about to say something when Jason arrives. Then Laila tells Andrew, "We'll talk later," and leaves with Jason. After going inside the class, Jason was about to kiss Laila while talking, but Laila stops him and says, "We should not do this in the class. We have to behave in front of everyone as if there is nothing between us." She also reminds him of the promise. Jason says, "Okay, I understand, but I have brought a gift for you. Now close your eyes." Laila closes her eyes, and Jason makes her wear a gold chain that he gives her. Laila likes it a lot after seeing it and says, "Jason, I like you a lot, but I am very tense about our relationship. You are still underage, which can cause a lot of problems." Jason says, "Yes, I know, but I am not going to tell this to anyone. We spent last night beautifully, and I want moments like that to happen again in the future. That's why we are going to meet again next Saturday." Laila refuses at first, but after Jason insists, she also says yes. That night, Laila tells her mom, "I like someone, but he is younger than me." Mom says, "That's okay, but keep in mind that the person you trust in a relationship should be reliable." Next Saturday, Jason and Laila go to a lake to spend time together while having fun. Both of them start enjoying this romantic moment beautifully. Jason was completely crazy in love with Laila, but Laila explains again, "I was married, and now I am divorced. I am not right for you, so you should not go further." But Jason says, "Whatever you are, I like you very much." After this, they talk a lot while loving each other, and Jason also takes some selfies with his mobile. Then, they have a lot of fun swimming in the lake, and they also get intimate there. After some time, both of them come back up, tired, and start talking lovingly again. Laila was very happy because Jason fulfilled all her needs. In the evening, when Jason comes home and is freshening up, his mother checks his mobile and sees the photos of both of them. But she did not know that Laila was Jason's teacher, so she thinks that she is Jason's girlfriend. On the day of the parents' meeting, Laila asks Andrew for an important file. After giving the file, Andrew tells her, "We are very good friends, but if you are thinking about a relationship, then give me a chance." Laila does not give any special answer. She just smiles and walks away. Meanwhile, Jason's mother sees Laila talking to other parents and realizes that the girl in the photo with Jason is his teacher. Then, when Laila goes to talk to Jason's mother, she looks at her and says, "I got my son admitted to this school so that he can get a better education, but he is wasting his time with you and ruining his future. It would be better if you end this yourself, otherwise, no one will be worse than me." Saying this, she leaves in anger. Seeing them leave angrily, the principal asks Laila the reason for this. Laila, handling the situation, tells the principal, "Jason's grades are quite good. Maybe his mom was in a hurry, so she left." Then, in the evening, Jason returns the money to the drug smugglers. They tell him, "We thought you would do our work, but you are still too young for this business, so forget about it." After this, when he reaches home, his mom calls him into the room and scolds him. She says, "Are you an idiot? I saw the photos with Laila on your phone. You're having an affair with a teacher? Have you gone crazy?" Then his dad also comes there, but Jason explains to his mom, "This is not an affair with a teacher. We both like each other, and there is a bond between us." But his mom asks him to end all this. Jason does not listen and leaves in anger. Meanwhile, Laila calls her mom and tells her, "The underage boy I was talking about is actually my student." Hearing this, her mom scolds her a lot and says, "A school student is underage. You can get arrested for this. What advice should I even give you? You are intelligent enough to understand the consequences." Then we see Jason going to Layla's house. Laila gets angry at him and says, "You should not come here. Your mom knows about this. She might report to the police." Jason tries to calm her down, but she does not listen, so Jason shouts at her. Seeing this, Laila asks him to leave the house, and he also leaves in shame. Now Laila starts getting tense because if everyone finds out about this, a teacher's dignity will be questioned, and the school's reputation will also be at risk. After a while, she sees that Jason has sent her a letter. Jason puts a note inside her house that says, "I will never harm you, Laila. I love you a lot." After reading this, Laila calls him inside and sees that Jason has brought flowers for her. She smiles at this sweet moment and hugs Jason because she had also become used to him. Then, what was meant to happen, happened again. Jason takes her inside, and once again, there is a storm and an earthquake in the room. The next morning, Laila says, "Slowly, everyone is getting to know about this relationship. I know that only Shannon knows about this in school. If the principal comes to know about this, then a lot will happen." Jason says, "I have some money. If we both go away from here, then there will be no problem." Laila says, "It is not that easy. This matter has to be handled thoughtfully." In the next scene, Laila goes to school. She starts talking to Jason, but Andrew sees them and gets very angry because he liked Laila. Then, Shannon tells Andrew, "Jason and Layla's relationship has progressed a lot, so it's better if you don't waste time on Laila." After this, we see Jason in the evening, earning more money by selling drugs. He then comes home and gifts a doll to his sister, starting a conversation with her. On the other side, Laila was working late at night in the school. Then, Andrew comes there and starts misbehaving with Laila. He suddenly forces himself on her and rapes her. Next, we see Laila at her house, crying. Meanwhile, Jason also arrives, and seeing Layla's condition asks, "What happened?" Laila tells him, "Andrew forced himself on me." Hearing this, Jason gets furious and is about to go to kill Andrew, but Laila stops him. She says, "He knows everything about our relationship. If we do anything now, he'll expose us to everyone." Then she says, "I will resign from school, and then we will leave this city and go far away." The next day at school, Jason sees Andrew, and remembering what Andrew did to Laila, starts fighting with him. He hits him, and everyone tries to stop him. After a while, the police arrive and arrest Jason. Later, Jason's mom gets him out of the police station on bail. Laila is also waiting outside, but Jason's mom starts shouting at Laila, saying, "Leave my son alone. I've already lost one son, and I don't want to see the life of another one ruined." Saying this, she leaves with Jason. After this, Laila returns home, very upset because she feels responsible for ruining a student's life. Then, after thinking for a while, she calls Andrew and invites him to meet her. After meeting, Laila says, "Everything you did to me has been recorded by the camera installed in front of the class. If I want, I can ruin your life by filing a police complaint. If you don't take back your statement against Jason, I'll report it to the police. I don't care about my own respect, but I will not leave you." Hearing this, Andrew gets scared and, in fear, goes and takes back his statement. After getting out of the police trouble, Jason goes directly to Laila and talks about leaving the city with her. But Laila, with a sad expression, tells him, "I'm leaving the city, but you won't be coming with me." Jason refuses to accept this, but Laila explains, "Your life has just begun, and your parents have a lot of expectations from you. You should focus on your studies and your career." Hearing this, Jason becomes deeply sad and says, "I love you so much. I can't live without you." Laila, with tears in her eyes, says, "I love you too, but for your own well-being, I have to do this. We can never be together." Jason cries uncontrollably and leaves for home. At home, his mother talks to him and says, "No mother wants to see her son this sad. I can see your life isn't over yet. Sometimes we have to change our paths to make our life better, and that hurts. But this is just the beginning. You'll get through this and become better for it." On the other side, we see Laila preparing to leave the city, also filled with sadness. She holds a token, the same poem Jason had read in class. While reading the poem, she cries a lot. Even though their relationship was one of a teacher and a student, they had fallen deeply in love. Love isn't just about being together forever. Sometimes, for the betterment of both, we have to part ways. So, friends, what do you think? Should Jason and Layla's relationship end like this, or should they be together for the rest of their lives? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this story. See you soon with another interesting one.